welcoming you back to the desk of Caddicarus. Join us as we partake into a new instalment of Current Quickies.
Hello, my duckies. I've got a load of new stuff in here to play with, and this time I'm going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. What? What do you mean I can't review it? Nintendo are being what with copyright, and they can shove their game footage up there, what? Ugh. Well, in light of these, events, I suppose I'll have to talk about Tearaway on the PSVita. This game here is something very special.
Media Molecule have always been a favourite team of mine, always seeming to stuff every product they develop with so much creativity and imagination, and despite exclusively developing on the Sony consoles, they manipulate any limitations they face against the more powerful PCs, and still manage to craft near-perfect games that allow anyone and everyone to create and share whatever they want to.
As most of you do know, I'm a pretty big Little Big Planet fan, and after seeing what Media Molecule could do on the PS Vita with Little Big Planet Vita, I was full-on willing to believe all of the hype and excitement behind their next PS-exclusive magnum opus, Tearaway. But the question is, how was it then? Well...
Oh my, this game is close to indescribable. All I really have to do is show you the waves on the harbour stage and that says everything. Ah, well, now I need to try describing it, I suppose. This game is truly great. It brings back the fantastic PS2 era of platforming from games like Jak and Daxter and performs its own brilliant twist on the formula. And much like Jak and Daxter, the atmosphere of this game is one of its biggest selling points. I mean, just look at it! It gives you some great platforming, unlockable abilities, and other typical Naughty Dog platformer-esque traits mixed into a living and breathing universe that demands exploring in every corner. There's no loading screens, no stage selecting, sometimes even no music, and a constantly evolving world that lets you simply flow through it as the story goes on. And the atmosphere is heightened by the way it looks, and good god, that's one of the fantastic appeals with this game, the presentation. Not only is it completely beautiful, especially for a portable fucking game, but the stylistic decisions with this gorgeous papery universe makes it into one of the best worlds I think I've ever seen in a video game. You might think it would be too much like Paper Mario, but it actually takes that game's quirky visual concept and enhances it by 1,000. Not only making everything completely out of paper, like even the damn water, but having some of the slight breezes and winds interacting with the papery world, which makes it feel insanely real. And that's what's really awesome about this game, which is the attention to detail. Instead of just having two-dimensional characters and objects in 3D worlds like in Paper Mario, this looks exactly like a fucking paper universe. And the detail even shines through the fact that most of the objects and the characters in the game can actually be made in real life, as you can actually unlock printable paper models for your PSN account directly from the game world to the real world by taking pictures of them. And the combination of worlds and breaking the fourth wall is this game's major ace in the hole and perfectly executed. Not only can you unlock the printable models to cross over, but you can also physically push your fingers through the papery game world and incorporate the entire real world into the actual story of the game through the cameras, front touchscreen, rear touchpad, and motion controls, and it incorporates and makes compulsory use of every single gimmicky thing with the Vita absolutely perfectly, in such a way that it never feels tired, tacked on, and, well, gimmicky. I don't think I've ever seen the cool features of a system used into a game this perfectly before. And that, as you can imagine, opens up some fantastically made puzzles that are a joy to solve. Honestly, this may set the bar for how most Vita games deserve to be made, and it's awesome. By the way, when there is music, it's completely spectacular, and probably my favorite game soundtrack of 2013, with multiple splicing genres, memorable and catchy melodies with unconventional instruments that work swimmingly, and it's just like what Media Molecule's taste leads you to expect. Also, this little guy here is completely adorable, and he would make another fantastic mascot right next to the throne of Sackboy. It's charming, innovative, atmospheric, funny, very smart, fresh, and very easy to completely fall in love with.
Now, despite all of that fucking stuff, there are some negative things I'll have to say about this game.
My main complaint with the game is that much like Super Mario 3D Land, where the level design, control, and visuals are fantastic, the game sometimes does not present enough challenge. And that's a massive shame for me due to the fun, excellent puzzles and fun, perfect platforming this game has. I mean, yes, getting every single present and confetti piece is not easy and it adds so much more fun and replayability, but the game's mechanics are just never implemented with increased difficulty to spice things up a little. And combining that with the fact that you have no lives, unlimited continues, and plenty of checkpoints means that things can get a little bit too easy most of the time. I also have a little nitpick, and that is that while the game is incredibly creative and limitless with your designing, cutting, pasting, and camera integration, apart from accomplishing some main goals for the story, the most you can do with the things you've made is stick them on yourself, which even in itself has a limit. You can't stick anything anywhere like in Little Big Planet, which is a little disappointing, but like I said, that's a nitpick. It doesn't impede the experience at all, as it isn't trying to be the next Little Big Planet, and it isn't stuck behind its shadow. It simply exists as its own awesome thing and rules among its own crowd. Because, I mean, for shit's sake, can you even believe this is a portable game? For a game with so much packed into it, so much going on, and so much seamlessly waving in and out of it, it just blows my mind. Especially for how smooth the frame rate runs every single second of the game. This is one of the most ambitious and well-executed portable games of our generation, if you ask me. And if you don't have a PS Vita, well, you're fucking missing out. And if you have got a PS Vita, you should have this game in your collection, no question. I mean, really, if you have one, you should own this already. If you were waiting for me to make a video about it, well, that's no excuse. You should have had this game already. You should have had it before it was even released. So there, shut up.
I award this game the sizzling achievement of a 9 out of 10.
Hello everybody, and thanks for watching my incredibly fast talking and quick review of Tearaway. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, it may seem like a very small gesture, but it really actually does help me and all of your favorite content creators out a ton. Also, I have a comment question for you all today, which is, should I actually start doing very stripped down vlog reviews of newer Nintendo games? They've been releasing some great games recently and I'd love to talk about them, but you know what, I can't really risk it because they're being very, very stingy with footage at the moment, so if I was gonna make a video, editing would be at a minimum, but if you guys want to see me talk about them at least, then I can certainly do that. And yes, for all you new people, I do cover modern games as well as obscure retro games, and the videos are a little bit more serious and condensed than my ridiculously scripted, filmed, and edited main episodes, so I've linked some hugely contrasting videos on the screen right now. I hope you all had a great Christmas and a happy new year whenever that decides to happen. If it's your birthday today or watching this video, then happy freaking birthday to you, and please remember to stay beautiful.